What's up, fiction fans? Welcome back to another deep dive into one of anime's most intricate power systems. Today, we're breaking down every single cursed technique from Jujutsu Kaizen. From the simple to the absolutely reality-breaking, Geigi Akutami has crafted something truly special here, a magic system that feels both grounded in real-world concepts and utterly fantastical. So, grab your uniforms, because we're enrolling in Tokyo Jujutsu High for the most comprehensive guide to cursed techniques you'll find anywhere. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand why Jujutsu Kaisen's power system is considered one of the best in modern anime.
Now, before we jump into the specific techniques, we need to establish the foundation. Cursed techniques in Jujutsu Kaisen aren't just random superpowers. They're manifestations of cursed energy, born from negative human emotions. Every technique has rules, limitations, and most importantly, consequences. The beauty of Akutami's system lies in its complexity without being convoluted. Unlike other anime where power scaling becomes meaningless, JJK maintains internal consistency. A technique's strength isn't just about raw power. It's about efficiency, application, and the user's understanding of their own abilities. Let's start with innate techniques, the abilities sorcerers are born with. These are like genetic traits passed down through bloodlines or manifesting uniquely in individuals. Gojo's Limitless is perhaps the most mathematically complex technique in the series. At its core, Limitless manipulates space at an atomic level using the concept of convergent and divergent infinite series. The neutral form creates an infinite space between Gojo and anything approaching him. Not a barrier, but literally infinite distance compressed into finite space. Blue amplifies this convergence, creating a powerful, attractive force that can crush objects or pull them with devastating speed. Red reverses the technique, creating divergence that repels with twice the power of blue. And then there's purple, the collision of red and blue that creates imaginary mass, essentially deleting whatever it touches from existence. What makes Limitless truly broken isn't just its power, but its efficiency when combined with Six Eyes. Gojo can run this technique continuously with virtually no cursed energy cost, making him effectively untouchable. The Zenin clan's 10 Shadows technique allows users to summon and control up to 10 different Shikigami using shadows as a medium. But here's where it gets interesting. If a Shikigami is destroyed, its power gets distributed among the remaining ones. This risk-reward system means users must strategically decide when to risk their creatures. Megumi's current roster includes Divine Dogs, Nue Great Serpent, and others, but the technique's true potential lies in Mahoraga, a Shikigami so powerful that no Ten Shadows user has ever successfully tamed it. Mahoraga can adapt to any phenomenon, making it potentially the strongest Shikigami in existence. Inumaki's cursed speech transforms words into reality through cursed energy. The technique's power depends on the difference in cursed energy between user and target and the complexity of the command. Simple commands like stop or run away are relatively easy, while complex manipulations require enormous energy and can severely damage the user's throat. The genius of this technique is its subtlety. Inumaki uses rice ball ingredients as safe words in casual conversation, preventing accidental activation. It's a perfect example of how JJK techniques have practical limitations that affect daily life. Manipulation techniques control existing elements or phenomena rather than creating something new. Kamo's blood manipulation exemplifies strategic resource management. Users can control any blood, their own or others, but using their own blood depletes their life force, while using others requires more cursed energy for control. The technique includes applications like flowing red scale for physical enhancement, convergence for ranged attacks, and piercing blood for devastating penetration. Mekamaru's puppet manipulation shows how techniques can substitute for physical limitations. Kokichi Muta's heavenly restriction gave him incredible cursed energy in exchange for a frail body, so he channels everything through mechanical puppets. His range spans the entire country, a terrifying surveillance network wrapped in a tragic character story. Todo's Boogie Woogie seems simple, but is strategically complex. By clapping, Todo can swap the positions of any two things with enough cursed energy, including himself. The technique's strength lies not in power, but in unpredictability. Todo can create 50,000 different swap combinations in seconds, making him nearly impossible to predict in combat.
Enhancement techniques. These techniques augment existing physical or mental capabilities rather than creating new phenomena. Nanami's ratio technique forces any target to have a weak point at the 7-3 ratio line. This isn't just about finding existing weaknesses. Nanami literally creates critical hit points on anything from cursed spirits to buildings. Combined with his strategic mindset and precise cursed energy control, it makes him devastating against enemies who rely on durability. Todo's superhuman physical prowess isn't just natural talent, it's cursed energy enhancement taken to extremes. His raw strength rivals special-grade cursed spirits, and when combined with Boogie Woogie's tactical applications, he becomes a close combat nightmare.
Binding techniques. Binding techniques restrict or control targets through various means. Jeddo's cursed spirit manipulation allows him to absorb and control defeated cursed spirits. The technique's horror lies in its exponential growth potential. Each absorbed spirit adds to Geddo's arsenal, and he can combine them for devastating attacks, like the Uzumaki technique that condenses hundreds of spirits into a single blast. This technique also highlights JJK's moral complexity. Geddo's ability to see and absorb the monkeys that cursed spirits represent gradually corrupted his worldview, showing how power can fundamentally change a person. Daemon expansion. Now we reach the pinnacle of Jujutsu sorcery, domain expansion. These are reality marble-esque spaces where the user's technique becomes unavoidable. Gojo's infinite void traps targets in limitless information, paralyzing them with infinite sensory input. It's not violent destruction, but conceptual overwhelming. Victims experience everything and nothing simultaneously. Sukuna's malevolent shrine creates a Buddhist temple where his slashing attacks gain guaranteed hit properties. The domain has no barrier, instead manifesting as an open space where Sukuna's techniques can target anything within 200 meters with perfect accuracy. Jogo's Coffin of the Iron Mountain transforms the area into a volcanic hellscape where his fire-based attacks become unavoidable. The environmental effects alone can kill most opponents before his techniques even activate. Mahito's self-embodiment of perfection forces soul-to-soul contact, making his idol transfiguration technique unavoidable. Inside this domain, Mahito can reshape souls freely, making it perhaps the most terrifying domain for human opponents. Special grade techniques. Special grade cursed spirits possess techniques that defy conventional understanding. Mahito's idol transfiguration manipulates the soul's shape, which forces the body to match. This technique is absolutely terrifying because it bypasses all physical defenses. Armor, cursed energy reinforcement, even natural durability mean nothing when your soul itself is being reshaped. What makes this technique special grade isn't just its power, but its philosophical implications. Mahito sees humans as collections of souls to be molded, making him fundamentally incompatible with human existence. Jogo's volcanic techniques include disaster flames that can instantly incinerate city blocks, Maximum Meteor that drops genuine meteor-level attacks, and various lava-based applications. His power represents natural. Hanami's plant manipulation extends beyond simple plant control to life force manipulation. Hanami can accelerate plant growth, create defensive barriers from root systems, and even drain life energy through plant medium. The technique represents nature's fury against human destruction. Heavenly restriction. Heavenly restrictions represent the series' most interesting power balance concepts.
Maki and Toji's complete curse energy absence grants them superhuman physical capabilities and immunity to cursed energy detection. They can't see cursed spirits without special tools, but their physical prowess reaches superhuman levels that can match or exceed cursed energy enhancement. This creates fascinating tactical dynamics. They're invisible to most detection techniques, but require special equipment to interact with the cursed world. Kokichi's restriction traded physical capability for massive cursed energy reserves and country-spanning range. His body was frail and deformed, but his cursed energy output rivaled special-grade sorcerers.
Inherited techniques. Major Jujutsu families possess techniques passed down through generations. The Kamo clan's blood manipulation has been refined over centuries, with each generation adding new applications. The technique's versatility allows for offense, defense, enhancement, and utility applications. The Zenin clan's 10 Shadows has produced only one user capable of taming Mahoraga in the technique's history, suggesting incredible hidden potential that most users never unlock. The Gojo clan's Limitless typically produces users who die young from cursed energy exhaustion. Only the combination with 6 Eyes makes it truly viable, which is why Gojo is the first Limitless and 6 Eyes user in 400 years.
Cursed tools and techniques. Some techniques work through external mediums rather than direct cursed energy manipulation. Mai's construction creates objects from nothing using cursed energy, but the energy cost is enormous. Creating a single bullet leaves her exhausted. This limitation makes the technique seem weak, but it actually demonstrates JJK's consistent energy conservation rules. Miwa's swordsmanship focuses cursed energy through blade techniques. Her simple domain creates a perfect counterattack sphere, showing how technical mastery can compete with raw power. Binding vows and technique enhancement. Binding vows allow sorcerers to enhance techniques through self-imposed limitations. Nanami's overtime restricts his power during business hours, but dramatically enhances it afterward. This isn't just a power boost, it's a philosophical statement about work-life balance taken to supernatural extremes. Hakari's Idle Death Gamble creates a pachinko-themed domain where landing jackpot grants temporary immortality. The technique's gambling nature reflects both risk and reward, incredible power gated behind chance. Anti-cursed techniques. Apisha's abilities specifically counter other cursed techniques. Simple Domain creates a small barrier that neutralizes cursed techniques within its range. It's the closest thing to a universal counter in the series, but requires precise timing and positioning. Falling, Blossom Emotion, automatically counterattacks when targeted by sure hit effects, making it a specialized domain counter. The technique represents centuries of anti-domain research. Cursed corpse techniques. Cursed corpses, like Panda, represent artificial souls with unique properties. Panda's 3 cores each contain different personalities and abilities. Panda Core for balance, Gorilla Core for power, and the mysterious 3rd core. This multiple soul system creates tactical versatility impossible for normal beings. Modern technique applications. Contemporary sorcerers have developed new applications for traditional techniques. Kirara's Love Rendezvous manipulates attraction between objects using constellation-based targeting. The technique shows how traditional concepts like astrology can become combat applications in the JJK universe. Yaga's Cursed Corpse construction creates artificial life through soul manipulation. This technique borders on forbidden arts, suggesting incredible potential applications. Semi-grade and unique techniques. Lesser-known techniques often have specific but powerful applications. Reggie's contractual recreation allows him to manifest any object he has a receipt for. This seemingly mundane technique becomes terrifying when you realize he can summon industrial equipment, vehicles, or weapons through legal documents. Ryu's Granite Blast focuses all cursed energy into pure destructive output. While simple, the technique's raw power output rivals special-grade attacks.
Now, before we jump into the specific techniques, we need to establish the foundation. Cursed techniques in Jujutsu Kaisen aren't just random superpowers. They're manifestations of cursed energy, born from negative human emotions. Every technique has rules, limitations, and most importantly, consequences. The beauty of Akutami's system lies in its complexity without being convoluted. Unlike other anime where power scaling becomes meaningless, JJK maintains internal consistency. A technique's strength isn't just about raw power. It's about efficiency, application, and the user's understanding of their own abilities.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to subscribe for more anime analysis content like this.